that has been the tone of December. Hello lovies, welcome back to another video. My name's Hannah Rowe, and today I want to talk about going with the flow. One being releasing control of time, and two, unlearning how to dissociate and just keep pushing yourself forward, because I feel like those are two things that fall under this umbrella and the two things I'm really learning. So let's start with time. I first want to acknowledge though that I truly believe there are more than 24 hours in a day, and I really do try and tackle every day as viewing time to be limitless. Like, there are more than 24 hours in a day. I can accomplish a lot in a day, and I can make time fly like that, because time is such a human construct. We created it, and physics will teach you time is not linear. It is horizontal, whatever. Essentially, we're experiencing all in one and one in all. But I am very, in my core, my Virgo rising and my OCD makes me somewhat of a control freak of time, and I very much want to stick to an agenda and this game plan and complete everything when I feel it needs to be completed. And continually throughout my life I have been humbled and proven by the universe that if you say your agenda is concrete, it will be blown up. And you're gonna sit there and be like, okay, that was nice. And that's not to say don't create agendas, don't set goals, don't show up on deadlines. Create those for yourself, and if others have put them on you, try and stick to them. But also, don't base your whole life around them. Like, time is not something that needs to constrain us. And Rome wasn't built in a day. That's something I really have to remind myself, because I'll get so passionate about certain projects I'm working on, or things I'm doing, or working, like, as little to as I get so caught up in my workout, I will dissociate and just write out the adrenaline, and then I pay the consequences the next day or day 3. I do the same creatively. I will start writing a book, let's say, and I get so passionate. I just wish all of it came to me in that one moment so I could finish it and be like, this is my masterpiece. But Michelangelo never rushed painting. He never rushed his masterpieces, nor did Da Vinci. So I need to take a step back and remind myself that the greats were never in a rush. They took their time, and they were very leisurely with their time. And that's how I need to be, because that's how the best works of art are born, is when artists take their time. And that's the only way I'll build muscle and not absolutely cause catastrophe to my body, is if I space out working out every other day and just keep up my yoga routine. And so I'm back again learning this lesson of releasing control of time and also undoing dissociation, because from a very, very young age I was taught how to dissociate from my body, and that is a behavior I have had indoctrinated in me for 23 years, that come my 23rd year, just this past 6 months, trying to undo that is so hard, and something that requires, one, me to give myself immense grace when I'm met with the scenario or situation, and two, I need to just release control of trying to put everything back in a box or try and not leave the present moment, because I don't know how deep I want to go, but I'll get deep. Because when you've been taught how to dissociate, it becomes a survival technique. So to anyone out there that's like, oh, I do that. I dissociate. I push myself into adrenal failure time to time, or have an adrenaline crash. I see you, I hear you, I'm with you. And it takes so much time to undo, and the only way to undo it is by going with the flow and pausing in the moment and not beating yourself up or trying to think so or I don't want to say rationally, so critically. For example, my subconscious will be set off, and I have no control what sets off my subconscious to view I'm in danger. When my subconscious has decided we are in danger, I just have to deal with the aftermath, which is a panic attack. And I can have 2 panic attacks, and it really depends on how great my subconscious has viewed said danger. My first type of panic attack, which I think I experience way more than the second type, is a silent panic attack. My ears are ringing, my heart feels like it's beating out of my chest and I'm having a heart attack. I get nauseous, I have shallow breath, and I can't really communicate why I'm having the panic attack. I just know some noise, some quick movement, some wording has just now made my subconscious scream danger, and so my body is acting as if I'm in danger. I'm in fight or flight. And it takes me a good bit to work out of that panic attack, just as long as it takes me to work out of a loud panic attack, I would say. Which a loud panic attack normally comes from me going to bed. I have a nightmare or a repressed memory, and I wake up and my body's screaming danger. So that's when I'm actually, trigger warning, vomiting. Like, I will get so physically sick. I am vomiting, I'm dry heaving, I'm shaking, I'm freaking out. My brain's in the same loop as it is in a silent. My ears are ringing, that's pretty consistent. And time to time I'll have heart palpitations. And in both scenarios, I have to give myself time. I can't try and force and repress my feelings, because that's only signaling danger even more to my subconscious. I have to sit in the moment and do breath work and really try and ground myself and show myself that my surroundings are safe. I am not in danger. There is no one and nothing trying to hurt me. I am just really hurting myself, and I'm having to unlearn survival, or the survival technique of dissociating, because I'm no longer able to. When you're in a panic attack, you're somewhat dissociated, but you're just stuck in this mindset. And I do have to lean on others and really, 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 really talk it out, or just ride out the wave. And it takes a good 2 to 3 hours. I think the longest it's taken me is 8 hours to come out of a panic attack. So, I do have tools. Shout out my therapist and my psychiatrist. I do have tools, but I have to be very gracious when I'm in that moment and use those tools to work out of it, and then not beat myself up when I'm out. Because it's so common for me to be like, well, now I really wish I had control over my body because I just wasted X amount of time having a panic attack. Girl, it's not in my control. I cannot necessarily entirely control my subconscious. I can only retrain it, reteach it. And the only way I reteach it is by being gentle with her and telling her, it's okay. We had the panic attack. Thank you for showing me what set it off, or teaching me what I need to go talk to my therapist about next, and move on. Just continue to teach it, but I am safe now, and I can go play the piano, write a song, write more in my short stories or books, write poetry. I can go doodle, art, paint. Painting and doodling is a part of art, but I can go create art. I can go for a walk. I can go exercise. But I really have to be careful with exercise because I can dissociate. I can get so caught up in the adrenaline, I just want to keep going and going and going, and then I really pay for it physically the next few days or the next week. Like, there have been times where I have pushed my body so hard I am down a week and a half because my muscles just got shot to the extreme, and it's because I just get caught up in the adrenaline and I think, oh, this is so great, let me keep going. And the same will happen with me organizing. I'll be organizing something or getting rid of stuff, and next thing I know, I'm cleaning my room, I'm cleaning the house, like I'm just feeding into this adrenaline, and that's dissociating, and I have to stop and be like, oh my goodness, Rome was not built in a day. I'm so grateful to be productive. I'm so blessed to be this physically in shape, but let me stop and let's actually take a break. Let's quit making excuses to why we're not eating a meal. Let's quit making excuses to why we're not sitting down and taking a break, or why we're not going and taking a shower to just like decompress. I don't need to conquer all at once, and that's a really, really hard lesson I'm having to learn because it's so deeply indoctrinated in my brain that if I don't do it now, then when? And if I don't do it or finish it, then I failed. And that's just not the case, because at that point, then I'm comparing myself to others. And I'm comparing my progress to someone else's, and I don't even know their full story. And comparison is the greatest thief of joy. It is the quickest way to rob yourself of joy. So I'm back, I'm human, I'm back in that boat of learning I can't compare myself to anyone. I just have to compare myself to how I was yesterday and how I wish to be tomorrow and build off of that. And that's the only way I'll succeed. I'm back and going with the flowing. And I was really, really been tasked by the universe to learn this lesson through having had my nose fixed. As I talked in my last video, I just had a septoplasty bilateral turbinate, meaning I had a deviated septum on both sides of my nose. So my ENT, shout out my doctor, I don't necessarily want to name drop her because I feel bad, but shout out her. She went in, broke my nose on both sides, removed a ton of bone, trigger warning, and then I've been having to recover. And when you get your little tubes out of your nose, you're not just like recovered. I still can't feel my front teeth, and I won't feel them entirely till 8 weeks from now, just as I will feel slight pressure and pain in my nose as it deswells in the next 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm really being taught not to dissociate from pain because I can't. It's right here, and since it's so close to my brain, I'm constantly thinking, what can I do to make my nose not be in pain, or what am I doing that's making my nose in pain? And I'm having to move very slowly. I can't go and work out the same way I did back in November. I can't do all the yoga poses quite yet that I was doing in my routine. I've had to condense down a lot of what I normally was capable of doing. And it's all because I need to heal. And it's been told to me by my doctor, that's going to take time, babe. Vacuuming my downstairs, which is like 5 rooms, made my nose bleed 2 days ago. I didn't think I would ever be able to say that, but vacuuming made my nose bleed. And it was because I just got in the flow of, well, I did this room, so I'll do that room, and I'll do this room, and I need to do this room, and I need to clean out the vacuum and put it back together, and then I need to go do this room. And by the time I'd done it all, I'm having a nosebleed. And then I'm having to spray saline, and I'm having to sit there like trying to heal. So I feel like a little child with the water floaties on her arm about to go jump in the pool. That is me right now. I am Cinderella, and my nose is the glass slipper, and I'm protecting her at all costs. Like, I have to just go with the flow and ask myself, how am I feeling today? What do I need to get accomplished? What can I physically feel to be capable of accomplishing? And then go from there. And when my body says, I need a rest, I will rest. I will lie down. I will take the time. My sleep schedule has been so out of whack, and I've just now corrected it, but I'm still sleeping an exuberant amount because I'm healing, and I have no control over how much or how little I sleep. That's really just dependent on my body right now, and I'm having to give myself grace and not beat myself up on that because I'm healing. It's out of my control, so I have to just be grateful. I'm so grateful I slept 10 hours, or today I'm so grateful I was able to sleep 15, because now I feel so much more normal. I feel like my nose isn't as mad at me as it was yesterday when I only got 5 hours, because I was just stuck in a panic attack all night and all the next day. And I have to give myself, yesterday I had to give myself so much grace for just being stuck in one panic attack after the next, because I can't control, again, my brain. I can only experience and move on. And that's a really hard lesson to learn when you're a control freak and you just want to be perfect, but no one's perfect. So that's the lesson I'm in, and I share it all in hopes of, if you too feel like you're having to learn how to release time or how to not dissociate, you're not alone. And it's a lesson you will be taught kind of again and again. I don't think we necessarily learn the lesson and then we're like, check, ace the test. The universe likes to test to see if we have learned the lesson. And I'm a sucker for falling back into old habits, because it is proven you will choose a comfortable hell before an uncomfortable heaven. So I take it day by day to learn what a comfortable heaven would be and feel like. And I am so worthy of peace, love, and joy. Please hear me when I say that. So don't be deterred by the hard days, because everything works in ebbs and flows. You're not going to the battlefield every day. I don't feel like I've had to go to the battlefield today, but I was called to the battlefield yesterday. So give yourself peace with that. Not every day is war. And if you feel like it is, or you're not changing, you're choosing. So don't be scared to ask for help. If you feel like you are in a very dangerous situation, or a situation that's potentially on the verge of becoming dangerous, talk to someone that you trust. Confide in people, confide in medical professionals, confide in the authorities. If it's that level of danger, confide in the authorities, confide in a church. Go see your pastor, go to a church, confide in them, confide in your friends and family, create a game plan, and get yourself to safety, because safety is possible, and you are so deserving of peace, love, and joy. We are not meant to live in hell. I truly believe this world is hell, not to get pessimistic, and the afterlife is heaven, but you can bring heaven to earth. It's just all about your mindset and dependent on you asking for help. We are communal beings. We need help. So ask for help. And it also takes the responsibility and a lot of the burden off of you, because people are helping you. They're taking on that responsibility and lending you a hand. So please put yourself first in every situation, unless you genuinely have a child or children. That's the only scenario where we are called to be selfless in this life and put another's needs before us. Otherwise, put your needs first. If you are in a dangerous position, please ask for help, create the game plan, and get out. Because you are so capable of getting out. You are not stuck forever in hell. And the crazies will try and keep you stuck there because they get power highs off of it. But I don't work for no crazy, and I am not misery's company. Misery hates to see me coming because I am as optimistic. So, you are not alone. You are so not alone. Give yourself immense grace. Give yourself immense love, and seek joy every day. As I always say, walk in blind faith, seek only truth and clarity, and lead in love. and that is how you will be successful. And really lock your mind onto the desired outcome you want, and it will be. It may not be like that, it may take time to get there, but as long as you believe it will happen and you are capable of it, it will happen and you are capable of it. And no, you're not alone in writing out the journey of time, because I'm still learning. I'm still learning this lesson. I have not seemed to have entirely released control in the ways I wish I had, or had. Yeah. The universe is saying, and you're done with this. You've said your message. I have. So I'm a learner just as you. Teachers are students just as students are teachers. It is not a one-way relationship, as bell hooks would point out. And if you want a really good philosopher to read right now, go read bell hooks. I'm still reading The Art of War by Sun Tzu. And I highly recommend that book too. The Art of War actually has taught me a lot about war, but also releasing control of time and just going with the flow. That's how the greatest generals won their wars, was going with the flow of time and not demanding it, and also not trying to carry it out, just going based on the opponent's moves and their own knowledge. If you know thyself and thy enemy, you need not fear 100 battles. Bars. Anyways, I love you guys so much. I will see you in my next video, which I'm so excited about. I'm so excited for this video I'm working on and to put it out there, because it's going to be a series. We're going to have a series leading us into the new year. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this, and a great rest of your week, a great rest of your day, whatever. And I will see you so soon. Je t'aime, bisous. Au revoir et à bientôt. Bye. Stay warm. Wear a coat. Don't forget your mittens. And that's all I have to say. Also, guys, quit drinking teacups with your pinkies up. That means you have syphilis. Fun fact! And I'm done. Love ya.